cutting a 2-hour drive to 20 minutes. So for $25,000, you can have your own personal flying drone that's completely autonomous. And you may be seeing all this and say like, oh, you know, that's China. They're going crazy over there with technology. That's never gonna happen over here. Well, you'd be wrong, guys.
Flying cars!
Back in the day, flying cars were a thing of the far distant future. You had shows like the Jetsons and all other sci-fi type content promoting self-driving cars, and it seemed like one of those pieces of technology that would really never come to fruition, just like lightsabers or blaster guns. But recently, we may be taking one step closer because we have flying cars on the market now. They are being tested left and right, and they may be coming to America soon. So let's just jump right in. We got a lot to jump into, guys. So right off the bat, we're gonna read this article from Global Times titled Chinese eVTOL aircraft firm completes first trial flight across the Yangtze River. So this is the vehicle itself, and essentially what they're doing is they're creating an autonomous taxi that is driverless for people. So there's going to be flying taxis that have no pilots behind them, flying people around, dude. It's kind of crazy. Let's read right in. A ton-class electric vehicle takeoff and landing, also known as eVTOL aircraft, developed by Chinese startup Autoflight, successfully completed a trial flight crossing the Yangtze River on Thursday, which represents the latest progress in China's low-altitude economy development. The flight completed by Autoflight's eVTOL aircraft, christened Prosperity, has a total range of 25 kilometers and a duration of 10 minutes for a round trip. The ground distance between the 2 points of flight is 20 kilometers and takes about 25 minutes by car. The straight line flight by the Prosperity only takes 5 minutes. So these things are flying at high speeds too. A 25-minute car ride, you know, take into consideration traffic and stuff like that, gets cut down to 5 minutes when you're flying in one of these autonomous taxis, bro. Honestly, sign me up. Sounds kind of lit. As long as they don't crash, you know what I mean? Cutting 80% of ground travel time. Yeah, that's pretty wild. The Prosperity eVTOL aircraft is equipped with a pure electric propulsion system, has maximum takeoff weight of 2,200 kilograms and a speed of 200 kilometers per hour. It features a 5-seat cabin design and is planned for deployment of commercial use in 2026, bro. So that's only 2 years away, dude. Very soon it's coming. It has low operation noise and emissions, and as well as flexibility landing, blah, blah, blah. In February of this year, Autoflight carried out an intercity air taxi flight from Shenzhen to Zhuhai, cutting a 2-hour drive to 20 minutes, guys. That sounds like a vibe, bro. Additionally, the company completed a 123-kilometer flight in the United Arab Emirates in May, marking the first long-distance ton-class eVTOL flight in the Middle East. Although eVTOLs have not yet entered the commercial operation stage, they have received many overseas orders from Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, and Malaysia. So that's over in China. So let's take a look at what this thing is looking like, guys.
My name is Dong Wang. I'm EHang's Vice President of Technical Research and Development. I've been very interested in science and technology since I was a child. Every boy dreams of flying, too. When I grew up, I also studied science and technology at university. When I learned of an opportunity to make my dream come true, I did not hesitate to join EHang. EHang's mission is to enable everyone in the world to enjoy safe, automatic, and environmentally friendly air transportation. Our aircraft is the first aircraft in the world to obtain the type of certificate issued by the Civil Aviation Administration of China.
So they're getting approval on
this. This is an emerging industry, so there are many things to do. At the beginning, it may have to do with regulation, as well as technical stuff that no one has explored. From our first generation of small aircraft, then to our medium-sized aircraft, and all the way to our large aircraft.
See when these hit the skies, dude.
We are going to a test site in the Huangpu Development Zone.
Let's go!
It's about 30 minutes drive from the company.
Here we go, hopping in.
We have to buckle up first, then put on the aviation headset that comes with it, and close the cabin door. In front of us, there's a screen with some basic information. We don't need to do any maneuvering because the aircraft is unmanned. All passengers have to do is look through the window at the beauty of the surroundings and enjoy the flight experience.
I'm assuming you pick your destination on that screen or something.
The operation is fully automated. Its scheduling system runs on the server, so its route is automatically loaded, and then it carries out a completely automated route flight.
Yeah, it's just a huge drone. I guess that's what eVTOL is. The vertical taking off and landing system. It's just a huge drone at the end of the day.
The price of our aircraft for our partners is $410,000 overseas, and the domestic price is 2.39 million yuan. For end consumers, they can enjoy our services easily and quickly.
So that's the vehicle itself. It says it's going to be retailing for 4,000 yen. So let's just do a little quick calculation on that. 4 million. Did I say 1,000? It's 4 million. 4 million yen to USD. $27,000, bro? Sign me up. I'm with it, dude. Okay, that's pretty cheap. Holy shit. So for $25,000, you can have your own personal flying drone that's completely autonomous, guys. Kinda dope. And you may be seeing all this and say like, oh, you know, that's China. They're going crazy over there with technology. That's never gonna happen over here. Well, you'd be wrong, guys, because just this past week, well, really, on August 1st, the Jetson law was being, you know, discussed, potentially passing. So what is the Jetson law? It's pretty much a legislation that allows us to have flying vehicles in the state. Flying cars, essentially. Let's read this article. Fly ride. Hours left until August 1st, Jetson law allows flying cars to hit the streets as US paves way for roadable aircraft. Dude. Alright, let's read this. In a few hours, a second state will have implemented new laws allowing flying cars. The so-called Jetson law imagines a future where drivers can take to the air and avoid traffic. Minnesota lawmakers passed the August 1st road law that defines roadable aircraft. Roadable aircrafts are vehicles designed to operate both as cars on public highways and as short flight planes capable of taking off and landing on airfields, according to the legislation. The forward-thinking legislation marks a significant step towards integrating flying cars into everyday transportation. Minnesota is the second state to pass regulation allowing flying vehicles. The law simplifies the registration status for flying vehicles. Instead of requiring license plates, flying vehicles must secure tail numbers. A tail number is a unique identifier commonly used on airplanes. The law also regulates where the vehicles can take off and land. These vehicles will be regulated like any other car on the ground, adhering to the same traffic laws and regulations. Minnesota is the second state to enact legislation regulating flying cars, following the footsteps of New Hampshire. So they could tell the future vibe, what's to come, essentially. The states are both operating ahead of technological investment in flying car arena. Major plane corporations have started to make million-dollar bets on the industry. United Airlines bought a $10 million flying taxi company in 2022, according to Fortune. Boeing and Honeywell are also starting million-dollar small flight projects. But auto manufacturers haven't delved into the same investment. Instead, car companies have focused most of their research on development of self-driving and autonomy features, with safety features included. Tesla, GM, Ford, Honda, and Toyota are just a few major companies that have individually spent billions of dollars on self-driving technology. Their amount of money spent on roadable flight technology is far smaller. Minnesota's newest road law is named after the Hanna-Barbera production company hit cartoon series, The Jetsons, dude. In the 1960s, we don't need that whole thing. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. Would you fly in a roadable vehicle, in a flying car? If Tesla dropped a flying car, are you like stoked for it? Are you one of the people who are like, I'm never gonna get in one of those? Comment down below and let me know the vibe check on flying cars, guys. That's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoy this type of content, I post 3 times a week, expose videos, body cam footage, and news related type stuff. So if you like it, consider hitting subscribe, hitting that bell, and making Peablar TV 2 a part of your weekly schedule, dude. As for me, I am your boy Peablar. It's been real, guys, and until next time, be well and peace.